Hello everyone. According to the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, we need only 20% of the common used vocabulary in order to speak about 80% of all the language subjects. So, if you want to know how we can apply this rule to learn more effectively any language, you should watch this video. By the way, I am Usama, a pharmacist doctor and a part-time foreign languages teacher, French and English. You have probably guessed it from my accent. I am not a native speaker, but I'm still working on that. 7 years ago, after getting my DELF, which is an advanced diploma in the French language, I have decided to learn English. So I went to the British Center here in Algeria. They gave me pre-entry test to know my level, which was the level A1, and they asked me to come back in 2 months. So I have decided to start learning on my own. It was my one thing. I was totally dedicated. I came back 2 months later to find myself in a class of beginners. It was obvious that it wasn't my level. So after finishing this session, they decided to re-examine my level. And this time they put me in an upper intermediate class, a big leap. Maybe my knowledge of French had played a major role. Nevertheless, if there is one piece of advice I can give any foreign language learner, it would be this: reading. Reading is the best way to learn any language. And lately, I've heard about a famous linguist in the field of second language acquisition named Stephen Krashen. He published a book called Free Voluntary Reading, and he concluded that reading is the most effective single thing someone can do to learn any foreign language. Now, let me show you this table. These are the required words you must know for every level. English language has more than 170,000 words. A native speaker with a higher education knows about 10,000, whereas you need only 2,500 in order to acquire the ability to express anything, which proves, in a sense, the 80-20 rule. Now, if you're a beginner, you should start with simplified books like these from the Penguin Reader. They come with different levels, from the easy start until the advanced level, and with CDs with them. By the way, you can also find them on YouTube, so you should listen and read at the same time. This is so important for a non-phonetic language like English. While reading, you must write down the new words or highlight them on the book. Actually, I do prefer to write down the sentences and highlight the new words. So after, if I want to revise them, I will get them into the context. You will be making a little dictionary for the book you are reading, and you should revise it periodically. Finishing one short story like this will give you a sense of pride that it will motivate you to read another book and another and another. Personally, I did start with a graphic novel like this one because they are fun to read, and with picture you won't get lost. The number of words is limited, so you won't get bored. You can also start with books intended for children. First, because the vocabulary is easier, and some of them come really with a deep meaning, such as the French novel Le Petit Prince. Now, if you have an intermediate level, you should start looking for real books. The key here is finding books you are interested in. Thriller, sci-fi, mystery, self-helping books, you name it. Books you are familiar with. Personally, my first novel in English was The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, which I had read before in French. While reading, you should do the same thing. So make a dictionary for the book you are going through, revise these new words as long as you are reading the books. So after finishing it, forget about this list and start a new one. Why is that? That's because the common used words you must know are the ones you will find in every book. So by starting a new book, you will find them again, and they will look familiar for you. You may or may not remember about the meaning. Anyway, try to dig into your memory. That's what we call the spaced repetition. You will feel great if you remember about it. If you don't, you can use the dictionary again and make a new list that you will be checking during these days. Finally, if you have an advanced level in English, you should start reading more serious books. The bestsellers are simply the best. Look for the rating and different reviews. In my channel, I will be reviewing and recommending books for you, different ones. Biographies, astrology, medicine. Personally, I read fiction books only as a reward. with inclination toward fantasy. I love listening to audiobooks made by Graphic Audio while reading. It's just amazing. Listen to this.
A terrible smile with teeth clenched, eyes wide, as if he were in enormous pain. Adolin awaited the blow. He looked toward the sky.
Father, I'm sorry.
He blinked as he made out something glowing in the air, drifting down like a leaf. A figure, a man.
Father!
The High Prince fell slowly, as if he were no more weighty than a cloud. White light streamed from his body in glowing wisps. Adolin blinked, certain he was delusional.
But no, that is Father.
Like one of the heralds themselves, coming down from the Tranquiline halls.
That would really help you to read in a world where there is far more hyper-stimulating audiovisual content. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If yes, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.